Well, hello there. It's that time again. Time for that blog
Yay.
that truly blazes. Yay! Here on December 3rd of 2010, I've got my buddy back.
Hi! I was in Sarasota.
She had a good time, right?
I did. It was wonderful. I want to give a shout out to Gina and Mike Little in Sarasota, two of my best friends, and we basically ate and went to a lot of used bookstores. It was wonderful.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. I love that.
It was super cool.
Eating and going to used bookstores. Yes, that sounds like my kind of holiday.
It was totally great.
I definitely like that.
It was fantastic.
And by the way, this is Marissa Cohen. In
Hi.
case you haven't seen her before, she's a talented astrologer. She's a psychic medium.
Mm-hmm.
She's been talking to the departed since she was a youngster.
I guess I was about 13, yeah?
Yeah, and she's a card reader.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here to do our Blazing Tarot blog, and we do appreciate giving your blog a hug. By
Yes.
petting the blog. Pet the blog. Yeah, stop by and pet the blog, all right, because the blog loves you. And we're glad you love the blog, otherwise you wouldn't be watching these two adults sitting in front of a video camera
Right.
playing with tarot cards. Okay, let's get started. The first card is the last card of the previous week's reading, and that card is the Moon. Now the Moon is by many considered to be the most sinister card of the tarot because it implies deception. It implies clouded thinking, being unsure of ourselves, dark, strange moods, attributed to Pisces. Not that Pisces is a bad sign, but Pisces is a very changeable water sign. And when this card comes up in a reading, I generally see it as my client not being sure where they're going at all. They really feel like they're walking between a rock and a hard place. And we may have come to a point just lately, last few days, where we might have felt funny inside or really questioned ourselves and weren't really sure about our direction. Okay, so don't feel bad if that's been happening with you. I've had some of that myself, and it's just something that we're walking through, and there's some better things to come. But go ahead, Marissa.
Well, also what's interesting about this card is I believe we're leaving it today, but we've actually been in Moon in Scorpio, which is a water sign, as is Cancer, turns up the heat a little bit, makes things a little more emotional, especially since we also have Venus is still in Scorpio as well, so there's going to be that little bit of seething scorpion emotions that are sort of have been going on the last couple of days and going into tomorrow, I believe. So we'll have that, and that's phasing out.
But we got some great stuff coming in. The next card we have is the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands is attributed to Leo, as you can see by the leonine figure in the card, and Leo's been coming up a lot lately. I don't know if it's because of me. Oh my God, I'm a Leo rising.
Right.
I'm Aquarius sun sign. I'm Leo rising, Libra moon. So my chart is kind of colorful. Leo is colorful. Leo is buoyant. Leo is strong. Leo is forceful. Leo is proud. You know, his lines are proud. And Leo really projects itself out there. So coming out of the darkness of the moon, we're like, no, I'm not going to be in the dark. I'm going to be in the light. I'm here.
Right.
I'm in the light of day. And the light shines through me, and it shines around me, and it blesses everything that it touches. It's a powerful, exuberant, empowering card, period. Go ahead, Marissa.
Well, I would actually like to tie this sort of into some other things that we have going on right now. Leo is a very powerful sign, so is Capricorn. Capricorn is very, very grounded, likes to do a lot of slow moving, and is very, very financially powerful, financially astute, and I think one of the most spiritually aware of all the earth signs. And right now, I believe actually starting on the 7th, we're going to go from having a Mars in Sagittarius to Mars in Capricorn. So we're going to be feeling a lot more grounded in our career and feeling a lot more grounded in just sort of our life path going forward. And I think that'll be a really, really nice link up with this energy. So a lot of sort of exuberance and power in different ways, but definitely stepping forward.
Very cool. Very, very cool. And speaking of Mercury in Sagittarius, it's interesting. We were talking about this before we started the blog. The next card is the Eight of Wands. Now the Eight of Wands is attributed to Mercury in Sagittarius, which is the energy we're coming out of. But evidently we're going to have a continuance of that buoyancy and that expansion, because that's what the Eight of Wands is. It's entitled Swiftness, and it means things happening faster, faster, and faster in our lives. And that's in a positive way. It's exploring new things, meeting new people, making new connections, opening up communication lines. These are all positive, vibrant things, and of course, that's going to help in career. It's going to help in our relationships with others. You know, so I don't feel like this retrograde is going to be that bad. It's coming up. We got one coming up with December 10th.
December 10th.
December 10th. And I was talking to her, I don't feel it's going to be that bad.
No,
Go ahead, please.
I think what's going to wind up happening is we have all this great Sagittarius energy. We're moving out of Mercury and Sag, as Bob was saying, which is a very sort of swift energy. The sun sign is in Sagittarius now. It will be until, you know, roughly about mid-December or so. So we have that energy going on. And we're also going to have two things happening with more grounding energy as well. We're going to have Mars in Capricorn, as we said, which has contributed to the feeling of grounding and sort of slow movement. And we are going to have Mercury, which is going to go in retrograde the 10th. We've been in a shadow period for about a week. We'll be in a shadow period after it ends, which will be on the 30th. I don't think it's going to be that bad because I think that we have a lot of grounding energy already, and Mercury in Capricorn likes to move slow. And so retrograde always slows things down a little bit, and it sort of makes you double back and double question communication. But it's sort of, I feel like it's a good placement right now because it likes to go slow and it likes to get grounding under itself. So just live your life as you would.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Don't lock up your credit cards. Don't sit in the house and say, "Oh no."
Right. Just, you know, keep your head about you. Just, you know, double check purchases and things like that. Keep warranties. Make sure you're clear on communication, but just please go out and live your life and have a beautiful holiday season.
But you know, the Eight of Wands is a beautiful mandala. You know, what you may want to do is use that as a card for meditation, or if you're magically inclined, make a talisman out of it. The Crowley Thoth gives a beautiful depiction of it, which is what you're seeing on the screen.
Yeah, I love that.
It's really, really nice. The Rider-Waite is also okay, but if you can get a hold of a Crowley deck, or, you know, get an image of the Crowley card and work with it, you know, it'll do wonders. I think it'd be very, very uplifting. Just like last week, I had you working with the Six of Wands. This week, work with the Eight of Wands, and you're going to find your energies are going to be buoyant, okay, and they're going to move upwards.
And the Eight of Wands is just a great card anyway because it's buoyancy. It's, as Bob said, it's expansion. It's also travel. It's love. It's just so many good things just sort of shooting out. It's great. It's a very happy card. That's
right. And speaking of happy, joyous things, how do they get a reading from you, Miss Happy Ganesh?
You can go to www.happyganesh.com. I have a lot of exciting things coming up that I just want to give a shout out to really quickly. I'm going to be guest hosting April Claxton's The Movement Within radio show on the Monday the 13th. I'll be interviewing an award-winning author, Nancy Garden. That'll be really exciting. And I'm also always adding exciting things to the website. If you've been to the website, you know there's a lot of free, wonderful content about astrology, about loss. I'm also a published writer and a professional editor. So if you have interest in either one of those services, please let me know via happyganesh.com. And happy to hear from you. How about you, Bob?
And me, I do tarot readings. I've been reading for about 25 years. I also do hypnotherapy. I'm trained in past life regression, and also helping people raise their motivation, self-esteem, get their sense of direction going. And I'm an aspiring photographer. So if you need if you're local and need some headshots done, give me a call.
He's very good.
Yeah, they're coming along real nicely, and I am offering a wonderful special right now for the holidays. I'll do your headshots for $75. It's a good deal.
That's nice.
Okay, and I'll give you a bunch of them. Give you plenty of them. We'll sit for an hour together if you'd like, and just do some really, really wonderful things with the camera. So, in closing, I just want to say I love you. We appreciate you. Her and I both do. We appreciate you watching the blog that truly blazes. And we do wish you happy holidays and many blessings.